Episode 23. My mom's eyes dropped, her voice laced with shame. Gregory Hospital. Nwaneka's gaze drifted off, lost in thought. And which nurse was it? She asked, her voice tinged with a hint of curiosity. Ikemefuna's eyes snapped towards my mom. His face contorted in a mix of anger and confusion. I don't understand this drama, Mom, he thundered, his voice echoing through the room. Are you saying that Ezin is not my sister? He took a step closer, his fists clenched, as if ready to strike. But my dad intervened, his firm grip on Ikemefuna's arm restraining him. Do you still have the nurse's number? Matsi Obiora asked, his voice calm and collected. My mom nodded, a hint of trepidation in her eyes. Yes. Matsi Obiora's face set in a determined expression. Then call her and invite her here. It's time we uncovered the truth. My mom's hands trembled slightly as she picked up the phone and dialed the nurse's number. The room fell silent, with all eyes fixed on her as she waited for the nurse to answer. Hello? A cheerful voice chimed in from the other end. My mom forced a bright tone, pretending as if nothing was amiss. Hello? How are you? She asked, her voice dripping with artificial sweetness. The nurse's response was warm and friendly, oblivious to the turmoil brewing on our end. My mom's eyes locked onto mine, a flicker of guilt dancing in their depths. Please, can you come to my residence? My mom asked, her tone turning serious. There's a discussion I'd like us to have. The nurse's voice turned cautious, sensing the undertone of urgency. Okay, I'll be at your residence in 3 hours. My mom's eyes dropped, her shoulders sagging in relief as she ended the call. The room remained silent, the weight of the impending revelation hanging heavy in the air. 3 hours ticked by at a glacial pace, the tension in the room building to a fever pitch. Finally, the doorbell rang, signaling the arrival of Nurse Ella. As Nwaneka caught sight of Nurse Ella, her eyes widened in shock. What are you doing here? She demanded, her voice laced with a mix of confusion and trepidation. Nurse Ella's face crumpled, her eyes welling up with tears as she knelt down, her hands clasped together in a gesture of supplication. Please, I am sorry for what I did, she begged, her voice trembling with remorse. I took advantage of the fact that you were unconscious at the hospital and exchanged your child with Adiz, she stammered, her eyes darting towards my mom. Adiz, my mom, stood frozen, her face etched with a mix of guilt and shame. Nurse Ella's words hung in the air like a challenge, the truth finally laid bare. Nwaneka's eyes went wide, her face pale, as the reality of the situation hit her like a ton of bricks. She slumped forward, her body going limp, and fainted, crashing to the floor with a soft thud. We all rushed to Nwaneka's side, our faces etched with concern. Bring water, my dad commanded, his voice firm and urgent. Ikemefuna sprang into action, dashing off to fetch some water. My dad's hands hovered over Nwaneka's face, his eyes locked onto hers as he waited for her to come to. As Ikemefuna returned with the water, my dad gently poured some onto Nwaneka's face, the cool liquid seeming to revive her. She coughed, her eyes fluttering open as she regained consciousness. Nurse Ella's voice cut through the tension, her words dripping with remorse. I am sorry, she continued, her eyes fixed on me. Nwaneka, I am sorry for all I did. To be continued. Stay tuned for more episodes at Onyi's Short Stories. Like, comment, and share. A story written by Onyitalksandstories, 2025. All right reserved.